And you can sit or stand for any of it or all of it, whatever you want to do. We're just going to start by doing some nice, easy shoulder rolls down and around. So if you haven't done anything yet today, they're going to be smaller than if you have. We're just going to incorporate some stretches. We'll warm up for about 5 minutes. And then we'll stretch. Maybe do a little balance if you feel like it. And then we'll reverse directions. Make sure you hit that squeeze in the back, up, front, and down. Really paying attention to that back part, especially for most of us. That's what we need to work on. Good. And then we'll do one down and back just to find that nice neutral position. All right. And we're going to take one arm up and the other arm up. Now we're going to do some wrist circles up here at the top. Circling those wrists around, sitting or standing nice and tall, shoulders relaxed up. We're not like teacher, teacher. We're here. Arms get tired. You can take them down in front of you. It's fine. And reverse. One of the advantages of putting our hands up over our head is we'll get a little drainage, a little lymphatic movement. Not a bad idea to do some hand movements up higher than we normally do. Good. Arm down. And bring that other arm down. Abs are tucked under. We're going to do one arm forward, one arm back. Easy. Keep your hips facing forward. That upper body just a little bit as the arms reach. And you may notice it's easier on one side than the other. That's fine. If you're warming up, take it easier than if you've done something today that really reach long to the front and the back. Reach. Those abs in as you go out to the side, especially open. Good. And let's come back to the middle. We're going to take both arms up again, palms toward each other. So reach one arm up. And then the other arm. Really reaching along the side of that body from the foot all the way up to the ceiling. You're in the chair, you're just doing the upper body, but keeping those hips on the floor or on the chair. Now, if you want, you can bend your knee on the same side and try to keep your hips up and under so you're not just overarching your back. So it's a little bit of a tuck under. Good. And take those wrist circles down to the side. All the way down. And shoulder roll down the back. I'm going to scoot up just a little bit so I don't hit the back of my chair here. Bend my knees and reach up. You can take a little look up at the ceiling in the middle and then back down. You're really opening that chest. Really reaching. I like that one dive down we do in yoga where we really reach out. Almost like an upper back bend. Good. And now we're going to bring the hands to the front as we sit back. You can take your feet apart or keep them in, whatever you want. Little chair. Reach. One more. Good. And my one I call the skier move. Bring those hands up, and then you're gonna round, tuck your chin round, and reach those arms back. Open. Up that chin, big C with your body. Last one. Round, scoop. All right, we're gonna walk through those feet, whether you're sitting or standing. Walking through, rolling through that foot all the way up. That calf. Good. Now we're gonna bend our knees a little bit. Put your hands above your knees, so not on your joints. Really tiny little circles. Abs are in. Knees stay parallel. You can bring your feet all the way in if you want. A little circle. Too big. Neutral spine. And reverse. Forward. Good. Keep those feet wide. Tall. We're just gonna rock side to side. Again, tall as you can, head towards the ceiling. The arms out if you want, maybe palms up to keep those shoulders rotated back. Now I'm gonna bring my feet a little closer. I'm gonna go forward and back. So the hands doesn't matter so much. Just pulling your belly button in really tight. And then reach your hips back to the back. Engage your abs, maybe bend your knees to the front. Up your belly button and reach those hips back. From the side. In. Neutral spine, long back. Good. And then we'll go here. Paddles around. And then open your chest, shoulders down and back. And bring it up. And then we're going to do some ankle circles. And reverse. And switch feet whenever you're ready. If one feels really good, stay there and keep doing it as long as you want. There's no rush, no fuss. And reverse. Good. And we're going to point and flex. So it's going to point and flex. You can do it in the chair. Point and flex. Try to flex your toes and your ankles. So point the toe, point the ankle, flex the toe, flex the ankle. One more. Good. And switch. Get that balance. Spread those toes out on that standing leg. The toes and the foot. Last one. Good. All right, so we're going to do some neck stretches next. You should be pretty warm. Should be nice and warmed up. So we're going to take one arm out to the side, sitting nice and tall, knees over your ankles. And the other arm should be back by your side. If you have an armrest, you can use it. Just make sure you're not hunching up your shoulders. And then taking your ear to your shoulder, top of your shoulder. Nice deep breath here. And make sure you're not leaning your upper body over. It's just your neck. Reach those fingertips down toward the floor. It will help you keep upright. Good, and take that head back to center. We're going to switch arms. Again, your non-working arm is close to your side. Your shoulders are both down and back. You're over. And you may feel the stretch all the way down to your elbow, depending. Your shoulder, upper back, your neck, obviously. Breath. Good, and bring that head back to center. We're gonna lace our fingers. And I know this seems really silly, but it can be kind of mesmerizing. And I see most of you have your screen off, so it's not as much fun if you can't see yourself trying to do it. So I'm leading with my right and then my left, and I'm trying to roll through those hands. Those hands go up and go down. Kind of play with it, see what feels good. Good, and see if you can reverse the other direction. Good, and bring it back to the middle. All right, hands up over our heads. We're going to squeeze and release, spreading those fingers as far apart as you can. Release, squeeze. One more. Good, and bring them down. All right, next stretch is going to be down and up. Think of leading with your chin. Last one. Up with the chin, reaching. And down. Good. We're going to take those hands back up. We're going to do those double hand hammers here. So pinkies forward, thumbs back. And hammer. Sitting tall. You've started to slouch. Time to take the head towards the ceiling. And bring those hands down. Take those arms out to the side, and we're going to reach for the wall. We're going to draw slow and deliberate circles. Reach your fingertips like you're touching the wall. And reverse. Really thinking about that back part where you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Good. Now options here with your arms out or behind your head. We're just going to take a little gentle rotation. And back to the center again. You can have your arms out. Pretend they're staying in a straight line. Like you have a broom across the back of your back. You may not get as far with the straight arms as you do with the elbows bent. And one more each side. Good. Let's give that upper body a break. We did a lot at once there. So now we're going to reach those feet out and flex them and point them. Flex and point. You can hang on to your chair if you want. And now we're going to do circles. And reverse. Good. Now we're going to figure eights. Up. Down and up. Abs are in, sitting tall. And then up and down. Reversing that direction. Oh, my left foot doesn't like it right there. It wants to get stuck. Good. Just flip them around. Okay. Now we're going to sit tall. We're going to take our hand out. We're going to flex that wrist. Now, we have a tendency to want to reach. Get that shoulder down. Then very gently use that other hand. Just pull that palm down a little bit. It should just feel good. It should not hurt. If it hurts, release the grip or do something different while we stretch this way. Keep that shoulder back. Good. And split. Palm up. Fingertips toward the floor. You might have to bend your elbow a little bit to get that other hand out there. And then gently, very gently, pulling back. along the knuckles on your hands, a good spot. So you're not putting too much pressure on any one finger. So if you tend to hyperextend here, have a little bend in your elbow. Good. Shake it out. Let's run those fingers. So pinky to thumb, pinky to thumb. And then thumb to pinky. But waving the other direction with those fingers. Take your time. May hear a lot of crunching in there, and that's okay. As long as it doesn't hurt, you're good. Good. Shake it out. Nice and easy. All right. Bring those forearms down onto our thighs. Now I'm going to reach my back, my hips back towards the back of the chair, and reaching my head toward the front corner of the room. So up toward where the ceiling meets the wall. Thinking of lengthening my spine. Now, I'm going to take this down into a little twist, but you're going to have to decide whether you can do it or not and how it feels on your body. So if you want, you could just be here. Nice easy twist, long through the spine. All right, you can do that on each side, or anybody who wants to, we're gonna go down toward the floor. First, I'm just gonna reach here, lie back. Get my back used to it first, and then we'll rotate. And lengthening my head toward the side wall. And then I'm going to take my hand and put it down. You might have to do your fingertips. And then rotate your chest over to the side. Now, if you want to be like yoga, you put that left arm up if you want. Or you can put it behind your back. Good. Back through the middle. Gonna switch, put my other arm down. Again, you can have your hands on your ankles. You can have both arms on your thigh, whatever works. And then lengthening my spine and then rotating. Good, have your hand up or behind your back. Back to the middle. And you can hang out here for a minute, or you come back to your thighs. And then hands on your thighs and roll it up. Shoulders down and back. All right, we're gonna bring those hands up and then reach them back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Shoulders down and relax. You should probably feel it right here. You can do this one arm at a time on a door jamb too. Just put one arm against the wall and then you rotate your body around. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Good, let's bring those hands in front, palms together. And we're gonna press one hand against the other. So you're, again, stretching your wrists. different direction though, because the forearm's facing down instead of up now. And then switch to that other side. Shoulders down, abs in, and switch. All right, hands down. You're gonna take one hip on, one hip off. So kind of have to scoot to the side of your chair. Make sure your chair is not going to tip though, okay? So enough of your hips on to keep the chair balanced. Hip, knee, toe facing forward. This foot is out to the side, flexed up, toes toward the ceiling, okay? And then you're going to lean forward. And what you're aiming for is this inner thigh stretch right here. So if you can't find it, leaning forward, relaxing your quad, take it out to the side just a little bit. Careful with your knee, don't hyperextend it. Nice and relaxed, stretch here, flexing that foot. And again, think of lengthening your head at a 45-degree angle toward the corner of the room where the ceiling meets the wall. Nice deep breath. Good, and slow down over to the other side. And get those hips forward, chest forward, knee, toe forward, flex that foot out. Find that balance, make sure your chair is not gonna tip. And hinge from the hip forward. Try to relax the quad right here. And maybe you lean out just a little bit with your upper body. Good. And we're going to do a very similar move to the front. So come on out to the front of your chair. Flex that front foot. Nice and tall. Bending from the hips, neutral spine. Shoulders are down and back. Now, if you want, you can take that arm and support on your thigh and reach down. Side around if you want. If that feels good, go for it. You can reach those toes, pull them back a little bit. Get a deeper calf stretch. Good. And we'll switch sides. Flex. Make sure you're stuck on that chair good. Bring it down, reaching that head long. Shoulders down and back. Then if you want, reach that other hand out. Around that back, reach those toes, pull them in toward you. and relax. Now the next stretch, not everybody likes, so if you don't want to do it, don't. Gonna bring that leg up. Now, if you reach that front foot out a little bit, it's a little easier. So take it to wherever you can. Hips, knee, toe facing forward. And right, I'm gonna have my right foot down, so my right hip, right knee, and right toe are in alignment. Sometimes I see people doing this. So you want to keep it on the side of the body it's supposed to be on. And sitting up tall is another way to really feel the stretch in the opposite hip. And you always have the option here of putting a little elbow pressure on this upper thigh. If it feels okay, you just push a little down on it, get a little extra stretch. Really relaxing this leg that's holding everything up over here. That's my right leg. Nice deep breath. Shoulders are relaxed. Good. And careful as you take your leg down that you don't knock your kneecap out of alignment. Okay, so lift up on that heel before you rip it up. So you don't want to drag your heel over that knee. You can actually dislocate your kneecap. So always be careful putting anything over it or on top of it. Remember, head toward the ceiling. Good, and carefully take that leg back down. And then find yourself a nice comfortable position, wherever that is. You can lean back against your chair, you can sit up tall. Would like you to have your knees over your ankles instead of having your legs tucked back, but if you want to tuck them under, you can. Shoulders are down and back. Maybe you do palms up on your legs, it depends. Sometimes we want to have our hands open to receive, and sometimes we want our hands down so they're grounded. So choose this evening which way you want your hands, making sure your shoulders are down and back. And if you would like to close your eyes, you can. And let's think about slowing down our breath. Taking a little extra time to inhale and fill our lungs. And a little extra time to pull those abs in and squeeze all that air out. Inhaling and exhaling. So we can't slow the world down, but for a few minutes, we can slow our breathing down. Relax your face. If you'd like to try something different, you can take your tongue and run it along the top of your mouth from one cheek to the other, one side to the other, rubbing along where your teeth meet your gums. And then when you get all the way over to the side, drop down and take that tongue and roll it around along the bottom. So right along the bottom where your teeth and your gums meet in the front. And you can do big circles like that. Actually a Tai Chi move. It feels kind of silly, but we all have our eyes closed. It doesn't matter. And then you can reverse direction of your circle. And then you can just go back to your relaxed breathing. And thanks for joining me this evening, everybody. Stay in this nice relaxed position as long as you would like. Get off those rainy roads unless you have to go out. Hopefully I'll see you real soon.